Welcome back, Running Ninja Gamers. My name is Drummy, and this is the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. So we just delivered a bowl back to a very thankful woman, and that's important. But first, I want to talk to you. Who are you? I see by your effort that your affairs have prospered. Can I help you? You are a mage. You're a wandering mage. First seeing the fuss about the Nerevarine prophecy was just silly superstition. Then I heard that Dummer have been waiting for Lord Nerevar to come back for centuries. The Incarnate, they call it, every few years on Ashlander. An Ashlander appears, and the tribes call him the Incarnate. Then the temple goes out, hunts him down, and reveals him as a fake. Why does the temple worry so much about it? How do you recognize the Daedric Shrine? Well, they've got long, funny names like Ashur-Nibibibi and Zine Tiraris. Some are well-known sites like Alsatha and Belfell, and stone architecture is unmistakable. Big, dark, gray-green stone ruins, funny angles, funny markings, and patterns on the stone, weird oval, crooked doors, and inside all funny angles. Very important. She's got some spells for sale. Does she have anything of importance? Burn, feathers, summon, scamp. Interesting. Reflect, spell absorption, resist blight disease, resist corpus disease, and slow fall. Do I have slow fall? I don't think I do. I got the money. I got enough money for it. I'm going to buy it. So the reason why I bought slow fall, because I didn't think I had it before. I don't think I had it already. The slow fall is usually very useful when you need to quickly save yourself. Oh, it's so expensive. It's also not necessary. 30-point slow fall is unnecessary. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to... Oh, you know what I can just do? She's got spell making capability right now. I'm going to put slow fall, self, magnitude 1, duration... we'll just do 20 seconds. Or how about 10 seconds? And we'll do 2. Nah, you know what? We'll just do 1. We'll do 1. No, you know, let's not be that crazy. Let's go ahead and do I don't like that much. Yeah, we'll just do 1 point. 1 point of slow fall for 20 seconds. Now you might be wondering, why would you want that? We're gonna just call it safe landing. And I will explain why, if I still have it. I do. I have 2 scrolls of Icarian Flight still with me. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to explain how slow fall works. Now, I haven't tested this since I started playing this game, so obviously I'm not going to really know if I'm lying or not, but that's not important. So here we go. Scroll of Icarian Flight, just like before. And then we jump. Jump up in the air. And then we're going to cast Safe Landing on the way back down. It has a... for 20 seconds. So if I cast it right now... Boom. So, when it comes to slow fall, you need only 1 point of slow fall in order to negate fall damage. So, I want to... There we go. Delete slow fall. Yes. Delete slow fall because it's not important. Do I have any other spells that I could probably get rid of, and nah, not really. Oh, let's go ahead and reload our save because I don't want to actually use that scroll. So you only need 1 point of slow fall in order to avoid all falling damage. That's important. Okay. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, this safe landing spell, the only reason you really need slow fall is in case you are high up and need to get down quickly, and you don't want to take your time on, like, say, a levitation spell, which costs a butt ton, because 10 points of levitation for 30 seconds. Like, I'll show you something here.
Can you ask your question quickly? I'm listening.
This is levitation. This is 10 points of levitation. It's garbage. It gets you. It moves you so slowly. You also cannot sprint while you're levitating, which is important. You can only rest on solid ground. So that being the case, what are you trained in? Destruction, mysticism, and restoration. Interesting. So levitate costs a ton and also does not move you very fast. Meanwhile, let's just reload because I have no patience. Meanwhile, yes, delete slow fall. Meanwhile, having the one singular point of slow fall allows you to jump down. And because it's only 1 point, right? Because it's only 1 point, it's only 3 mana. And if I were to let's just try this out, right? If I get rid of all my stamina, it still has a pretty good chance of passing. 20 seconds gives me plenty of reaction time, too. Which is also important. What is this? What is that city there? Oh, that's Suran. Oh, okay. I didn't realize how close we were to Suran. Let's go ahead and take the Silt Strider back. Because if I use... Okay. If I use Divine Intervention scroll that I have, it's going to take me to Ebonheart. And I don't want to go to Ebonheart. I could go to Ebonheart, but then I'm pretty much going to be taking a Silt Strider Balmora anyway. Instead, I would rather... let's go take Tinner's Hop Toad. Oh, there we go. So this is Suran. We're not going to really spend any time here because I don't care to. Important to note. However, little guy I've noticed is this guy right here wearing glass pauldrons, orcish armor. Orcish armor is really damn good too. If I can get myself a set of orcish armor, that would be pretty damn boss. Random person in the middle of nowhere. Oh, Red Mountain spreads ash and blight. Sinners gather at the house, the time of incarnate in his hand. So this is another madman. I'm Elviger and a commoner. This is not one of the sleepers, but I think he might become a sleeper later on if you're not careful. There's an outfitter. House of Earthly Delights, as you might guess by the name, is actually a gentleman's club. And let me tell you, oh my gosh, their dancing is nuts. Let me tell you that you are lucky to not have to watch the original version of the game, which makes it look so goddamn ugly. But that's neither here nor there. Because we don't actually want to be here. We want to get the hell out. We want to travel to Balmora.
Where would you like to go?
Oh, God. I don't know what happened there. My reputation, I think, is still at 0, right? Yes. So, you might be wondering, like, how do you get reputation? You get reputation from certain quests that you complete. You have to complete a certain number of quests. And some quests, most quests, will not actually get you any reputation. The kind of quests that will get you reputation are obviously the ones that you complete for the guilds. The Mages Guild, the Fighters Guild, even the Thieves Guild, or the houses, the Imperial Cult, or the Tilvani Temple. Let's go and heal up. Oh, it's raining. It sounded like I was in the tomb again. It's birds. So when you complete those kinds of quests, that gives you reputation. You can also get reputation from a small number of other quests that are given out by... Whoa. Hold up a moment. Did I just see what I thought I saw? I did. There's literally... You can actually, if you look closely, you can actually see the smudging. You can actually see smudging around the character's model from a far enough distance away.
Come on, then. Say something or move on.
And I'm not sure if that's because of the bloom effect or what. But damn, is it weird. But you can actually see the smudge around the character model, which is weird. I'm not entirely sure if I like it or not. So we come down here. Finish the errand. Very good. I'll just take that skull from you. Perfect for what I have in mind. Thank you. Now, as I promised, I'll answer your questions on the Nerevian cult. Yeah, this Ashlander cult believes the long-dead hero Nerevar will be reborn to honor ancient promises to the tribes. According to legend, the prophesied Nerevarine will cast down the false gods of the tribunal temple, restore the traditional ancestor worship practiced by the Ashlanders, and drive all the Outlanders from Morrowind. Both Temple and Empire outlaw the cult, but it persists among the Ashlanders who care little for Imperial or Temple law. Here, take this copy of my notes on the topic for Caius. Ashlander culture honors dreams, visions, and prophecy, unlike the temple and the Western cults, which regard visions and prophecies as primitive superstition. Wise women interpret dreams and visions and pass them to the succeeding generations. Most common version of the Nerevarine prophecy is the Stranger. Did you know that Nerevar was known to possess a magical ring named One Clan Under Moon and Star? Nerevar swore his promise to honor ancient Ashlander traditions and land rights on this magical ring. So the long and short of it is, if I look for the... Yes. The Ashlander religious cult follows... Okay, that's all he told me. Oh. Ashlander religious cults follow prophecies of a Nerevar born to honor ancient promises to tribes, to establish traditions of the prophet Veloth, to cast down the false gods of the tribunal temple, and to drive all outlanders from Morrowind. If you're not sure what that's talking about, the false gods of the tribunal temple are Sotha and Vivek and things like that. They see the Ashlanders see them as false gods, and they worship the prophet Bella. That is neither here nor there, because the bulk of the reason behind the Nerevar is that long ago the Empire took over the land of Morrowind, and the Telvanni Temple basically had to make a deal with the Imperial Legion in order to keep the peace. So they fashioned this treaty, but that pissed off the Ashlanders, who basically got the short end of the stick. Ashlanders firmly believe the Nerevar will return to restore the glories of ancient Resdain. Morrowind was called Resdain before the Imperial occupation. The Ashlanders say the great houses in the temple have abandoned the pure teachings of the prophet Vela, forsaking ancestor worship for the false gods of the tribunal, embracing the comforts of civilization that corrupted the high elves. The temple, on the other hand, venerates Saint Nerevar, but rejects the disgusting notion that the false incarnate will walk the earth like a ghoul. The temple honors Saint Nerevar as the greatest Dunmer general, first counselor and companion of Vivek, Al-Malexia, and Sotha, united the Dunmer houses, destroyed the evil Dwemer, the treacherous Haldeoth, and the western allies at Red Mountain. But the Ashlanders say Nerevar promised to honor the ancient spirits and the tribal law, that he will come again to honor that promise. The Ashlanders, this means destroying the false temple, driving the Imperial invaders from the land. So that's the whole idea. Dream visions prophecies. The most common version of the Nerevarine prophecy is the Stranger. The verses are obscure as are most prophecies, but two observations are in order. First, many less well-informed scholars assume that the phrase journeying far neath moon and star is just a cliche to suggest a very long journey, but the Nerevar of legend was known to possess a magical ring named One Clan Under Moon and Star, upon which Nerevar is supposed to have sworn this promise to honor ancient Ashlander traditions and land rights. Second, the refers to 7 curses must certainly refer to the lost prophetic verses known as the Ashlanders as the 7 curses. So here's the Stranger. When earth is thundered and skies choked black, and sleepers serve the 7 curses. To the hearth there comes a stranger, journeying far neath moon and star. Though stark born to sire uncertain, his aspect marks his certain fate. Wicked stalk him, righteous curse him, prophets speak, but all deny. Many trials make manifest the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger, many fall, but one remains. This last line might be familiar because as we started the game, some of the words that were on screen translated at the very end to many fall but one remains. So this poem is basically the Nerevarine prophecy. There are lost prophecies which we'll get into later in the game, and 7 visions of 7 trials of the incarnate, that's also much later in the game. But this poem right here is basically the linchpin point of the whole game's storyline, which is cool. Now, we've spent a lot of time on the main quest. We're going to go ahead and go back to Chaos
I
Cascades.
suppose it is my duty to help those less fortunate than myself.
Hey, look at me! I'm a high elf! I'm so fucking important! We are level 6, by the way, which is pretty damn cool. Because we are in town. I'm just gonna hop over town like a hop toad.
I will listen.
Also, I believe I covered this before, but I wanted to check again that the level of the spell you cast does not actually make any difference. You get 4 experience points. Ooh, War of the First Council. First Age religious conflict between the secular Dunmer houses, Dwemer and Dagoth, and the Orthodox Dunmer houses, blah. The secular house is less numerous, but politically and magically more advanced, and aided by Nord and Orc clans drawn by promise of land and booty. Initially campaigned with great success north of Morrowind and occupy much of the land now, compromising Redoran, Varenfell, and Telvanni district. The Orthodox houses, widely dispersed and poorly organized, suffered defeat after defeat until Nerevar was made general of all house troops and levies.
Greetings, Breton. How may I help you?
And these are the Sharn's notes in the Nervian Cult. Excellent. I'm promoting you to Blade's Apprentice. Drummy Salamakis would like some time to think of how this file fits in with the Emperor's plans for you. If you'd like to get in a little freelance adventure, go ahead, but whenever you're ready, I'll have new orders for you. So we're not going to get those new orders yet. Instead, I want to ask about being a Blade's Apprentice. I'm promoting you to Apprentice rank effective immediately, and here's a little present. 2 spell scrolls. The Divine Intervention will call you to this nearest Imperial Shrine, and the Elements of Intervention will call you to the nearest temple. They come in handy for a quick getaway. No, Drumviticus Salamicus, no thanks needed. You're doing great work. Now get out of here and let me read. Let's go ahead and go back to reading about the War of the First Council. The War of the First Council was a first-stage religious conflict between the secular Dunmer houses, Dwemer and Dagoth, and the Orthodox Dunmer houses, Indoril, Redoran, Dres, Halau, and Telvanni. The First Council was the first pan-Dunmer governing body which collapsed over disputes about sorceries and enchantments practiced by the Dwemer and declared profane by the other houses. So the Dwemer aren't actually just elves in this game, which is weird. It's weird that they like completely ignore the idea of dwarves being a separate entity and actually just consider the Dwemer as, you know, like fellow Dunmer. So Nerevar secured the aid of nomad barbarian tribesmen and contrived to force a major battle at the second stronghold of Red Mountain on Vardenfell. Second forces were outmaneuvered and defeated with the help of Ashlander scouts, and the survivors forced to take refuge in the Dwemer stronghold of Red Mountain. After a brief siege, treason permitted Nerevar and his troops enter the stronghold, where the secular leaders were slain and Nerevar mortally General slaughter followed, and houses Dwemer and Dagoth were exterminated. Nerevar died shortly thereafter. 3 of Nerevar's associates among the Orthodox houses, Vivek, Al-Malexi, and Salthassil, succeeded to control the recreated First Council, renamed the Grand Council of Morrowind, and went on to become God Kings and immortal rulers of Morrowind known as the Tribunal or Almsvi, such as the case Almsvi Intervention. It's kind of an interesting story, because we'll learn more about it later on, but basically Nerevar was representing the secular houses. What is this all about? Second house is less numerous, more politically and more magically more advanced, and aided by Nord clans. The Orthodox houses, widely dispersed and poorly organized, suffered defeat after defeat until Nerevar was made general of all house troops and levies. So Nerevar was on the side of Redoran, Telvanni, Halal, and Indoril. Well, actually, Indoril didn't really exist at the time, I think, because Nerevar was Indoril. Because his name's Nerevar Indoril. But Nerevar secured the aid of nomad barbarian tribesmen and contrived to force a major battle to secure a stronghold of Red Mountain and Varenfell. So basically, the houses of Dwemer and Dagoth united together to fight against Nerevar. They were killed at Red Mountain. Nerevar died. Dagoth supposedly died. And that's how the first council was formed. Or the Grand Council of Morrowind. It's just something like I'm probably glossing over a number of things. I'm glossing over the idea. Wow. Wow, okay. I just failed twice in casting an alteration spell that I should be able to cast without fail. So we've completed 2 main quests. Oh crap. No worries. Let's go ahead. Use alms via intervention. Let's ignore the Balmora temple like the plague, and let's go to the tavern and rent a bed for the night, because we're actually at the end of the episode anyway. In the next episode, I'm gonna figure out what I want to do next. I could continue in the main quest, I'm sure. Certainly wouldn't be difficult. Or what I think I want to do is to join one of the guilds.
Go ahead.
And start doing quests for them, because the guilds give you plenty of really nice bonuses. Let's sell that. Sell that. Cool. Sell all that. They don't buy Lives of the Saint. That's unfortunate. Yeah, sell that. No, he doesn't buy. She doesn't buy that. What about? No, she doesn't buy that. Candlestick. Nope, doesn't buy that. Doesn't buy books.
Please have a look around.
We'll get a bed. Rest until healed. No dream. Which is odd. I mean, it might not be until the next mission. And I think the next mission might be a doozy. Not that I remember exactly, but it might be. So, I'll decide what I want to do for the next episode. But until then, please remember to leave a like or comment below if you are enjoying the video and the series. And as always, subscribe to get notified for more. Until next time, good night.